there was just a lot of hate at that time, it seems. Very tense.
It seems
very
that
tense.
It was.
But I'll tell you this.
It's funny she says that.
It seems that it was.
She said at this time it was a lot of hate. It seems it was a lot of hate. The very beginning of this video, you seen a whole bunch of white people screaming and making gestures with their hands that we know is very inappropriate for times.
They say keep Britain white.
And basically had signs say keep Britain white. So where was this hate coming from to begin with? Was these people being attacked? And I'm talking about the white people. Were they being attacked for them to display a level of hate towards people? Or were they just displaying hate to show that they wanted this community to stay white only? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when she says stuff like that, it's kind of like open your eyes a little bit more and see the reality of why people say what they're saying. And then you can act, and then you can make a real statement and not a maybe or what if type of statement.
Yeah, it's not no it seems. It was. It was.
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
Children have been burnt. Not West Indians. Black British. That is what children have been burnt. Not West Indians.
Bro, they carrying a casket?
Symbolism.
Symbolism. Gotcha. Okay. Wow.
Indians. Black British. That is what I once said. They're burning our children.
This is all that remains of the three-story house where nearly 100 young West Indians were celebrating at an all-night birthday party for two young friends.
That night, we were there at the party, and for people outside looking in, I mean, you know, maybe they can just imagine.
Just before 6 o'clock this morning, the singing and dancing gave way to panic as flames shot through the upper floors and screaming teenagers began to leap from the windows.
The feeling was that it had been another racist attack. Racist attacks were happening on a daily basis in that area.
There had been a great amount of far-right activity in Deptford.
Hold up. Wait a minute. I gotta get on y'all. Y'all not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but I gotta get on y'all. Y'all don't know how many people I had to block from that being black in London video because they were being racist towards us. They were basically saying things along the lines that we are not racist in the UK, and y'all know for some reason we have been having problems with the UK videos. On one hand, we have a lot of UK supporters, but on the other hand, that's where we get attacked from. They're like in our top 5.
Yeah.
Places we get attacked from for no reason.
Obviously, there's always a reason, but it's a minor to the majors that we have to, you know, that we choose to focus on. We focus on our own majors, and they come through and they make little things which we see as minors because we don't pay attention. Like we don't try to give it that much attention.
They don't understand how we can freely get on here and just talk about social issues, real life.
It's real life.
There's real things that's going on. Now, I don't know how long ago this was, but from the lady earlier, she was like, it's not West Indies, it's Black Brits. They're killing our children. And just hearing her accent, it makes me believe that she is West Indian.
But the party said it was West Indies.
Okay.
The children was West Indies, or the people inside the party was West Indies.
But these are their children, so they're probably saying that their children were born here. You know?
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all got some digging to do. Let's get it.
National Front is white man's front. Join the National Front.
They attacked the youth clubs, they attacked the Albany Center.
3 years ago, the old Albany Theatre was gutted by fire.
Places of entertainment for black people. There was another firebomb at the Moonshot Youth Club, both literally a stone's throw from 439 New Cross Road.
Paul's family home was 439 New Cross Road. Paul was fun, free, outgoing. That's a picture with his sister Yvonne. Yvonne had actually said to me and Paul, I'm going to ask Mum if I can have a birthday party. What do you think Mum will say? Paul said, we'll see what we can do.
It's 1981. Get it. We know about the
We
80s
got there
now.
just after about 8:30. Everybody was running around and people were being served drinks, food
You know
was
that is.
being cooked.
And
The
like
party
some
was great.
oxtail.
You had
Oh, oxtail.
And like some oxtails right there.
You like, you know what that is? I'm like, what's that?
I mean, you gotta listen
some
to how
gravy.
the symbolism in the movie. Yeah. I'm just not moving the documentary. Definitely some gravers in there too. But you got the Rastafari, you got the Jamaican vibe going on. Then they show the
the
dish,
Caribbean.
the Caribbean. Yeah, okay.
generations coming in at different times. So you had the younger ones who were there from the beginning, and then you had the older ones who were coming in at like 12 o'clock. So loads of people were there.
The older adults were having their sort of own little party in the kitchen.
At 5:30 in the morning, I could still see people dancing. I started to smell something like burning.
And this is
The
during the
ground
party.
floor front room was totally ablaze. People ran out into the street and Paul was next to me. He said to me, where's Yvonne? Have you seen Yvonne? I said, no. I think she's still in there, Paul. With that, he said, stay out, and he just ran straight into the house.
Everything's gone out, there's no electric, I can't see anybody, I don't know what's going on. And all hell broke loose.
There were some guys trapped in it. I think they must have run up to the top floor.
Listen, he said the electricity went out.
And then all hell broke loose. So it sounds
Fire?
staged.
Well, the electricity probably went out from the fire.
Could have. Okay. No. He said the electricity went out and all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
Just to hear, because I
Okay.
just want to make sure that I'm explaining it right.
I can't see anybody, I don't know what's going on.
You gotta go back a little bit.
I think she's still in there, Paul. With that, he said, stay out, and he just ran straight into the house.
Everything's gone out, there's no electric, I can't see anybody, I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
And all hell broke loose.
Okay. So the fire.
The imagery.
Mm-hmm.
They said it's 2-3-story house.
Jumping out of windows.
Fire. First of all, 2-3 stories. Everybody got to come down, and it's starting in the living room. I'm thinking the living room is at the bottom. Ooh.
So the fire been happened.
Over 100.
And it was making its
going
way
up.
up. Ooh,
It don't
snap.
take that long to go up.
I'm just saying though,
Over
like,
100 children.
Wow.
There were some guys trapped in it. I think they must have run up to the top floor, and they were having trouble getting the windows open. And I can remember these guys kicking the windows out and literally taking a run and jump.
It was just horrific. A girl and a boy, they just sort of fell right down into a basement.
I just remember kids lying on stretchers, burnt till they were pink, and the smell of burning flesh, well, it'll go to my grave.
There was just smoke everywhere. And then afterwards, people were telling me that some white man had thrown a petrol bomb through the window.
I saw this bloke standing up in the pavement. Then he made this throwing movement with his right hand.
The fire had started within the ground floor front room. The smoke would have been very hot, would have reduced their visibility to near zero within seconds, and they would have inhaled the fire fumes and succumbed very quickly.
Witnesses had seen a car and a man go to the door, and they'd seen his arm raised. The investigative team were aware that a firebomb was possible, but there was nothing found inside the house, so there was no forensic evidence that a missile had come through the house. It wasn't there.
One of the things that we were trying to ascertain was whether a projectile had entered the room. Typically, you find the neck and the base of the bottle and the remains of the wick stuck in the neck. That's very common. We didn't find any of that evidence.
Secondly, it was discovered the man who went to the house and drove off quickly, he had seen the fire. He stopped his car. He ran to the house, banged on the door or whatever. I think the heat was so fierce that he went like that.
He raised his right arm above his head in a protective movement, and possibly Carl Wright has got this particular action mixed up with what he described as a throwing movement.
The police, they didn't like the theory of it being a race.
Man?
They said, okay, so they said...
Wait, who's this man? Was the man in the car was the one they said that was trying to save the people from partying?
Yeah, and he ran, he drove off quickly.
Yeah,
looking at that house, I only see... I don't know if it's the whole house or if it was up, but where the flames are, when they showed the house with the windows, it only show like the middle on fire. Don't really show the other ones. I know that's not the only house on the street. If this man stopped because he see a fire, why not? Where's the neighbors? The neighbors didn't get alerted. He just left. He didn't call 911.
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
Well,
to save
I don't know if it's 911 there, but he didn't call the cops. Like
yeah. But then they have witnesses that say they actually saw him do a motion of throwing something, compared to him banging on the door
and going back. Why he left? If he stopped to help.
Where's the 911 call? Did he do that?
They didn't say that.
Because that would be the evidence there. Like, if someone is there to help, they would have at least made an initial call to say what was going on. They wouldn't have left. They would actually went to the neighbors to see if they was okay as well. That's what I would have done.
Or try to get help to help these people out.
Okay.
But he left.
This is the
and y'all saying that's just a person who stopped to help? It don't sound right.
I don't know about the part though when they saying they didn't find any residue from the flare, the explosive thing. Like, that's the part.
This attack. So suddenly the finger was pointed at the partygoers, and the media was pandering to police prejudice, vilifying the young people as if they somehow were involved in this horrific fire.
There were contradictions in what people were saying. And because of the clash within people's statements that weren't being cohesive, there were reconstruction interviews of a certain number of people that were contradicting each other.
The police make choices. People were being led by particular forms of questioning, particular lines of questioning, to commit themselves to saying all kinds of things that they didn't even know about.
The
police came.
Like the gentleman said, that they did not know about. First of all, it's a party. Who focused on what?
Teenagers.
They focus on having fun. They probably don't know what they friend at, because people, when they go on parties, they don't hang with their friends. They do their thing, and it's a party.
They say it was over
and then you
100
have
people.
over 100 people, and you got a line of questions that you're trying to piece together through questioning teenagers, and you're going to get different answers.
And then they're
You're going to
traumatized.
get different answers.
They traumatized.
They probably felt attacked, if anything.
Shortly after I'd come out of hospital, I'm only 11, and it was scary. It was not how I expected it to be. It just seemed like they already had their version of what they're saying happened. They were saying, well, other people said they saw you here. Other people said that you were here. So if other people are saying it, then it must be true.
I think in the climate of the times, attitudes were too polarised, and there were individual police officers whose attitude left a lot to be desired as far as I was concerned.
One day, police arrived, knocked on the door and said, "We'd like you to come down for an interview." As I sat in the car, one of them turned round, the one in the front passenger seat turned round and looked at me, and he said, "How's a boy like you get mixed up with these bunch of..."
Not the
Using the
N-word. Yo.
What clues have you as to the motive for this fire?
I don't feel that there is any racialism, and neither do I feel that there is any aspects of any outside political extremist.
There was just a lot of hate at that time, it seems. Very tense.
Seems
Very
it
tense.
was.
But I'll tell you this.
That's funny she says that.
It seems that was.
She said at this time it was a lot of hate. It seems it was a lot of hate. The very beginning of this video, you seen a whole bunch of white people screaming and making gestures with their hands that we know is very inappropriate for times.
They say keep Britain white.
And basically had signs say keep Britain white. So where is this hate coming from to begin with? Was these people being attacked? And I'm talking about the white people. Were they being attacked for them to display a level of hate towards people? Or were they just displaying hate to show that they wanted this community to stay white only? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when she says stuff like that, it's kind of like open your eyes a little bit more and see the reality of why people say what they're saying. And then you can act, and then you can make a real statement and not a maybe or what if type of statement.
Yeah, it's not no it seems. It was.
Aspects of any outside political extremist.
There was just a lot of hate at that time, it seems. Very tense.
It was tense.
Very tense. But I'll tell you this, that every one of us tried our hardest to get to the bottom of it and to find out how that fire was started and who did it.
After 13 days in court and more than 80 hours of evidence from nearly 60 witnesses, it took the jury just 2 hours to come to an open verdict. Mrs. Armser Ruddock, who gave the party and lost 2 children in the fire, was in no mood to accept it.
An open verdict was what I expected, but it is not what it should be. It should be murder.
The verdict signalled to the black community that the police, the media, courts, basically all felt that those lives didn't matter.
He's the oldest one. Deliberately started inside of us.
I was unfortunate to lose my brother Andrew at a very young age and lose a lot of friends. There's some friends that I had at that party that I'd started secondary school with. Tony, I mean, he escaped from there. But after about 1.5 years, he, it was really sad. That fire had a massive, massive impact on Tony. Tony was all right before. Whatever justice we get,
like you said,
it still doesn't bring back. I just want Andrew and my friends back.
Oh man, this can't be the end. This is the end of it?
Yeah.
Oh, but I feel like they left out a lot.
I feel like we got the gist of it.
I feel like a lot was supposed to be said for what happened. It's like she said we're trying to get to the bottom of it. Then they say that no one been charged.
What happened after this?
Yeah.
Because the title of this video says that this is the fire that defined race relations in Britain. That's a lot of children. That's a lot of children.
That's a lot. All right then, man. Let us know more about this in the comment section. You guys can fill it up and inform people like ourselves more about this.
This was about 40 years ago. Yeah, about 40 years ago. So we know that it's different now.
Yeah, 100%.
But listen, the way y'all be coming for us sometimes, y'all be like, there's none of that here. The past is the past, yes, but I mean, it happened.
Play the film, coach. In 1981. This is what happened, and it's so sad because a lot of people shy away from ugly truths, bro. And I think people need to be informed of just levels of understanding history and how things were at one point, because this is now all flowers. The grass ain't green everywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just gotta take it to the chin and understand what really went down. Sometimes it may be a little sucker punch, but you gotta take what really happened.
Yeah, well, we did a poll about a couple weeks ago, and our Caribbean supporters wanted us to react to more of their history. So this is their history, obviously their children history in the UK, and these people are still alive.
Facts.
Okay, so
just their story.
this what y'all wanted us to share, so this what we covering, and yeah, let's talk about more of it in the comment section. We hope you guys took something from this video. I don't want to say enjoyed. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.